All right, in the previous video, I showed you how we were supposed to be able to create a poisoned summary. Now, the issue was the command syntax that we had is not available in context-sensitive help in iOS 15 code, and there's a reason for that, and that's the fact that this particular feature just happens to be deprecated. Now, what I want to do is I want to illustrate this point, and what we'll do is let's take a look at it on our device itself, which means I need to return back to R1. Now, I said that we did not have the ability to say I wanted to advertise it as a /8. Remember, the option wasn't there, and if we look over here, it says we can use leak map or we can hit the idea of carriage return. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to say 255, and I'm going to hit enter. And what's the system's going to tell me? It's going to say that the summary address was accepted, but the distance option is deprecated. Use the summary metric command for distance. So let's take a look at this. Can I enter summary metric under this particular configuration? No, I have summary address. Let's back out one level. Now let's type summary. Let's see here. Context sensitive help. It's not under the AF interface. Let's take a look at our topology. So topology base, summary metric. It's located in the configuration in named mode under the topology where we want to do the implementation. So let's look at what's going on here. So right now, I'm going to say summary metric, and notice it's going to ask me the summary to configure the static metric for. So what I'm going to say here is I'm going to say summary, and that was going to be 11,000, and we wanted to advertise it as a /8, and now notice I have the capability of applying a distance. I can even apply a bandwidth metric in kilobits per second. So again, a lot more granular than we had in the context of iOS 12.4 T code. So I'll say distance, I'm going to say 255. Well, let's see if there's anything else after this. Nope, nothing at all. So now, let's see what happens. Show, do show run, section, router, EIGRP. Let's take a look at our configs. Notice now I have my summary metric configured here. It's going to be distance 255. And I'm going to look at my summary. Summary address right here. So let's look and see what we got going on now. So we're going to go over to R22, show IP route. And let's see what we got going on. Okay, I'm looking for my 11s. Now notice this. I don't see 11 at all in this output. Can I reach anything in 11? Ping 11, 11, 11. See, 0, 11. Well, that was not smart, Terry. My debug's still on. You all. Now let's see if I can hit that. And what I'm going to learn is I don't have the capability of being able to hit it. Now, the idea is that if we look at this, what happened to our configuration? We went into the configuration under the topology and we said that that prefix is going to have this distance. I didn't have the capability of specifying it for a given interface. So what we want to do is we want to really make certain that if we're going to use this tool, it doesn't give us the granular layer of control that we had in iOS 12.4T. Because what ends up happening here is, like I said, we can't rein it in. But I do want to take a look at some things. So let's go back over to R1 and see what we got going on here. See, we did that's the metric summary. So we did that under the interface. So let's see, we said topology. Oh, I'm on our one. Where am I here? Config router, address family, IPv4, autonomous system 10. Now let's look and see what we got going on here. So we've got the idea of our AF interface. We have some EIGRP commands that we have, and we have the other stuff that we have with regard to being able to configure our networks and topology. Well, let's see what's going on with our topology. Well, we only have one topology, and we made the configuration there. Let's try our AF again. So AF interface, and this time let's pick, we said E01. And notice we have the summary address feature here, but we do not have the ability of being able to specify the actual summary metric that we were going to configure. So we can poison these prefixes, we can poison these summaries, but we do not have the capability of being able to poison them on the basis of a given interface. And if you think about it in the long run, in a live environment, it really doesn't make any sense. However, if I did want to be able to stop sending information, this is definitely going to be one of the ways that I can suppress the prefixes that I want to suppress, so long as I can encompass them in a summary route. So with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next portion of our presentation, and hope this wasn't too confusing. But remember, it's important for us to understand that there's a lot of differences between 12.4 and 15 code, the 15 code, 15.3 that we're going to be using in the context of routing and switching version 5. I'll talk to you guys later. Till then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.